Yeah.
Do that freaking, like on iCarly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I know you feel.
Shut up.
Sometimes the
Those
world's
aren't even the
gonna change.
lyrics.
It's not?
I don't think so. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely right. I don't know what you're
think so.
talking about. The fuck is that guy doing?
He's bathing a dragon.
What? Alright, so ready?
I discovered.
We are stepping the game up real nicely right now. We got 34 viewers. We have a mic.
What the hell?
We need a backdrop, all right? But we're rolling right now. Let me just tell you. Podcast number 8
30 off rip is crazy.
on the Never Settle. Yeah. So, welcome. Today we're feeling good, right? Hey,
I'm feeling alright.
what are you talking about? We're feeling good today. Today's a great day.
Good. I say
What happened?
each and every day it's me versus life, right?
Okay.
Every day we wake up, it's you versus the world. And the last 2 days, I can say the world has won.
The world has won.
The last 2 battles, the
Wow.
world has won. I will accept defeat.
We cannot let the world win, fam. We are against
I know,
that.
but the world won 2 days in a row. So hopefully tomorrow's a better day.
2 days in a row. You want to talk about it or not?
No, no.
Look, we're rolling. He's gonna be back. We all do. The world hit me the other day. All right? World hit me just the other day. We was on the podcast. You know, he was talking me out of my own BS. So, like, we're doing better. Every day's a day to improve.
Right.
You just got to keep pushing. It might be hard right now, but let me tell you,
world-
the best days are coming.
The
Let me
world
tell you,
sucks right now, bro.
it really does. Let me tell you.
There's so much going on.
Yeah, there is a lot going on. But hey,
Yeah. The world kicked my ass the last 2 days, but
yeah.
we pushed through.
You know, this is the first time I'm
We
hearing
pushed
about
through.
this too.
Huh?
This is the first time I'm hearing
Yeah,
about this.
nah,
too.
I kind of kept quiet, but you know what? Whatever.
Hey man, we're here to
pushed through.
support
We're
each
gonna
other.
be alright.
Right?
We're gonna be alright.
Yeah, we gonna be all right.
We push through.
So
I don't even know if this is picking up.
it definitely is. If you guys want to let us know in the comments real quick if the mic is working right now, that'd be great because we can't hear it. Actually, yeah, we can. Yeah, it's working. Yeah, it's working.
It's working.
All right.
It's working. Y'all ever prank on each other by not bro?
Yo, these comments are crazy, bro.
We can't fucking.
Yeah. We can't look at the comments while we're talking because we're gonna lose our train of thought, for sure. But that comment was mad funny. Look at the name of the friggin' his name.
Gucci man.
All right. I feel like this looks turned, but I can't tell.
I think we're alright.
We're chilling. All right. Never Settle podcast number 8. We've done this 8 times. 8
Dang.
times trying to help y'all improve each and every single episode.
While we're dying on the inside.
We're attacking the.
Occasional.
Look, we're putting on our armor. We're going to war against. Who are we going against?
Everything.
They.
They.
We're going against
That's
they.
the perfect way to say it. They.
Them. We're going against the grain on this stuff. You ever see that video?
We're going against the it.
Yeah. You ever seen that video where it's the guy in the hurricane and it's pushing him back and he's like
Oh yeah.
going straight forward and is pushing him back?
Nah, you know that video where the guy is just sitting on a plastic chair, just like with his leg kind of up,
yeah.
drinking a beer
In the
and
middle
it's
of the
just-
road?
In the middle of the road, and it's just
Yeah.
a full-on hurricane.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's what I feel like today.
No, yeah.
I feel like I'm just sitting in a chair, drinking a beer, watching the world around me just be a hurricane. Right?
Honestly, that would be a pretty cool
That's what I felt,
scene.
That's
I'm
what
not
I
gonna
felt
lie.
like today. I
Yeah.
felt like I could not do anything, and I was just watching everything just like get destroyed around me.
Yeah. Anyway. Don't. All right. I get it.
I bummed us out. Nah, all right. You said you had a really good topic.
Let's roll. Yeah, I do.
bring it up.
Today, I had something absolutely pressing on my mind today. And I think it's one of the coolest concepts I've, ever heard. So today I was doing some research, and I really wanted to tell people about the concept of never going back. I don't really even know how to word this. Let me look at my notes here real quick. I had to really get ready for this one because I like this one. So,
better be good.
yeah. So, if there is something in your life that you absolutely, like, it's pressing on your heart that you need to go do. Like, all your life, you've been growing up, however long you've been alive for, and there's something that's pressing on you, and you want to go do it, there's a phrase, right? It's called burn the boats, all right? That is my topic for today.
Burn the boats?
Burn the freaking boats, man. Because, ready? So, where this term came from, right? So, in 1519, ready? I'm about to go into this, right?
All right, I'm with it.
In the year 1519, right? A Spanish explorer, Hernando Cortez, he wanted to seize Aztec treasure on an island, right? He wanted to be rich. I mean, everybody wants to be rich, right? But this guy wanted, what came with back then was not only riches, but also like respect and honor and all that. Because it's like the old days, he's like a king. He basically wants to be a king, right?
Right.
But he's an explorer, so he wants to have like places named after him, you know, build like civilizations after him, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he was just an explorer, but he wanted to seize the Aztec treasure on an island. His men were completely outnumbered by the Aztecs who were on the island, completely outnumbered, but he was like, I want this bad enough. So they went onto the island they had a pretty good-sized army, but the Aztec army was much, much bigger than them, right?
Right.
And basically, when they got to the island, he was basically talking to his men. He was like, how bad do you want this? Because I want it bad. And I want everybody around me, like, he wanted the best men, right? He didn't want no, like, weaklings. He didn't want people that were half in, half out. He wanted devoted men, right?
Right.
To have a goal, to go conquer that treasure in that island. And that was the only goal. There was no going back. So what he did was he ordered his men to burn the ships. Because they, you know, like how they kind of dock before they get to the beach.
Right.
Because they're big ships, so
Yeah.
they can't, like, beach them. So they had to, like, you know, get out into the water and then go to the island.
Mm-hmm.
So they ordered them to go back to the ships, burn them, and basically what that move was there is no going back. We either conquer this island and take the treasure and live the rest of our days rich and have our own civilization and whatever, right?
Or we die.
Or we die doing it.
I like
And
that.
that's how you should be living your life right now if you have something that's pressing on you. Burn the boats. There is no going back. And that's something.
Motivating.
Yeah.
That's motivating.
It's
I
hella
like
motivating. Today I'm not trying to teach anybody something they haven't really heard before. Like, you might have heard some of the stuff we talked about. Today is all about motivating you. I want you to wake up and be like, if there's something I want to go do, I'm going to burn the boats, man. I'm not going back because I've been struggling with that, man. I've been wanting to go back to old lifestyles, old things. I felt better back then. Let me go back to those times and you know, and blow up all these ambitions and dreams that God has given me to go pursue. And let me blow that all up and go back to the old lifestyle that was keeping me down. And
Yeah, that would be stupid.
yeah, exactly. So if you don't want to do that, be like this guy. Burn the boats, man. We're not going back to that old lifestyle. You can have that. We're either gonna be extremely successful. We're either gonna be living. I don't even know how to put this. We're gonna be living a life that we want to live because we didn't have a plan B. The guy wanted his men devoted. His men asked him. They were like, "You're an idiot. if we burn the boats, we can't go back. He basically looked every single man in his army in the eye and said, "You're not going back to your family. We're doing this, or you're not going back to your family. Your family will never see you again." He said, he's like, "We're conquering this island. We're getting that treasure by any means necessary." Because if he hadn't burned the boats, it wouldn't put that fire and desire into the men to go do this.
Facts, because then they have no choice.
Yeah, they have no choice. You have to do that with your own goals and ambitions. Don't just sit around like we are in a freaking basement. Imagine we stayed in this basement. Imagine we said, yeah, we're going to pitch our tents and live in this basement for the rest. We will never advance to the next level.
That would be settling. And
that would be settling. We never settle around here, right? So, what's the opposite of never settling? I mean, what's the opposite of settling? Never settling. If we don't burn the boats, right? And I freaking love that. Like, oh, man, that had me hyped up today because I was like, yeah, we're not going back to that. Right. Do that with your own goals and ambitions. Anything that
It'll
you
be
want to
different for everybody.
It will be different for everybody, but
you can use the same concept.
Use that concept, right? Apply it to your goal. Say you want to be not an influencer. I'll just use I use this example all the time, but say like you want to move somewhere, right? Like say you're still in your parents' house, or you're just somewhere that you just don't like. You don't like the situation that you're in, right? Your life has not panned out up to this point where you want it to be, and you're like, I want to be here, and you're down here, right? You're never gonna reach this level by doing stuff that's at this level, right? So if you're constantly settling, you're like, in this example, like you still have the boats out in the harbor. You're like, if we lose the battle, we could always retreat back to the boats, That's basically an example of life right now. So don't have that comfort zone waiting around for you to go back to. Put the pressure on yourself. Burn your own boats. If you're going to pursue something, go burn your boat and say, I'm not going back to that comfort zone. It's either I conquer this, I become this, I move to this, I'm at this level, or I don't make it at all. Use that as your motivation. For this week, for this month, whatever. Write it down. If you're listening and you really want to apply this stuff, write it down. Burn the boats. You're not going back to that lifestyle. And yeah.
I'm motivated.
Let's go, man.
I feel that.
Let's go. Burn the boats, man. Don't go back. We're not going back. That's another word of advice. We're not going back to that.
Burn the boat to who you used to be.
You know how people in rap songs say we're not going back to the hood. We're not going back. There is no plan B. Put that in your mind. Put the pressure on yourself. In this day and age, it is so easy to be in the comfort zone. Unbelievably easy. It's so easy we won't even notice it ourselves.
Right.
We need to put the pressure on ourselves. This society has it's basically encouraged comfort zone. Everything we can get at an instant. Anything we want. If we want to just be lazy and just consume content all the time, you can just turn on Netflix. You don't have to go out there and find some sort of interesting thing to happen. It's too easy to be in the comfort zone today. So back then it was a little bit different because it wasn't as easy to be comfortable because you had to go out, you had to fight, you were constantly fighting. It's a stressful situation. We've made it easier to survive for longer periods of time now, but also at the same time, it's too comfortable for men and women alike. If you want to become something greater than what you are, where you are right now, if you're sitting there listening to us right now and you're saying, I know that I want to be better at something in life, I know that I have a greater purpose, because we all do. We all have something greater to achieve than just what we think that we can achieve. We have to burn the boats in our life. That's it. You can't be half in, half out. If you want to make it to a certain level, you can't be like, oh, I can kind of do it, I can kind of pursue it, but if I don't make it, I can always, backtrack. Nah. Because even if you pursue it 100%, like if those men pursued that treasure 100%, they may not have gotten it. I don't know how to tie that into like something motivational. But still, they
say the word motivation.
They fought hard for something that they believed in. And when they put the pressure on themselves, saying there is no going back home, I won't see my family again, I won't see the light of day unless I win this battle. That if that isn't good enough advice for you to just go all in, there will be no better advice. Like, I was hyped. Right. Listening to that story, finding that story today. I love history, so I love looking into that stuff. But this dude is a real one right here. Shout out this dude, because this should be the precedence. That's all I gotta say. That's your weekly motivation. Yes, Prudence. Pressure makes diamonds. Put the pressure on yourself.
I want to be a diamond.
We all want to be a diamond. But you can't be a diamond and be living like a silver. You just can't do it.
Bronze, a penny.
Yeah, bronze. Like
a penny.
You can't be doing that. It's not the same. Copper. It doesn't have the...
Is a penny copper or is it bronze?
It's copper.
It's copper.
Yeah.
Same shit.
It's a lot easier to be average. It's so easy to be average. It's so... Like, if you want to be average, you can be the best average person ever. Just by being average.
There's nothing wrong with being average either. It's just like you're settling for so much less than you can actually accomplish, and we're trying to like make you realize that like there's no need to settle for average.
Yeah.
Where are you coming from?
Look, that's what I'm saying. It's easier.
I thought he was a ghost.
It's easier to make a penny than it is to cut these diamonds. There's a reason one is more expensive than the other. Look, if you want to be a penny in life, go right ahead. We're not going to stop you. We're not even going to shame you for it. That's your choice. But if you look at a diamond and say, that diamond looks beautiful.
Rather have the penny than the diamond.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Like, no, I'm saying that's what people think. How can you look at a penny and then look at a diamond and be like, yeah, I choose the penny?
Well, in this day and age.
Like, that's what we do when we look at our lives. Like, the penny is the average. The diamond is, like, what we can actually accomplish. Just because it's easy, we go and choose the penny.
And look.
We don't want to put in any work and go and be that diamond.
So, yeah. At the end of the day, don't settle. Burn those boats in your life. We're not going back, fam.
We're not.
We are not going back. I'm going to turn this over to you.
What up?
What's good, fam?
I got a top.
Soundboard.
Yo, we should get a soundboard. That shit would be funny. All right.
Yeah, thanks.
What was my thing? All right, ready? Have you ever heard of the rice experiment? You probably have.
Hell no.
No?
I haven't,
really?
Actually. No.
All right, the rice experiment, right? This is something... It's kind of a topic that you mentioned a few times but never got into.
Really?
And it's the power of your words.
Okay.
Right? So, there's this thing called the rice experiment, right?
Okay.
And basically what it is you take 3 jars, you cook some rice, so you get some soft rice. You put the rice in 3 jars, right? You label one good, you label the other bad, and you label the other like ignore or neutral or something like that, right?
Okay.
And you do just that with that third one. You just completely disregard it and ignore it, right?
So that third one is just forget about it.
Forget about it. It's just there, right? The first one labeled good for, I think, I'm not sure exactly how long people do this for. I think it's over a month period. So for a month, you take the jar labeled good and you only say nice things to it. nice things, positive things, motivating things, uplifting things, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just love, right? You take the one labeled bad and say the most gut-wrenching, evil things you can possibly think of.
Yeah,
to
the stuff you were saying before the show.
Right. Don't expose me. Nah, the most evil, gut-wrenching things you can possibly think of and say, like, kill yourself, you're worth nothing, like, you know, stuff like that, right? And like I said, the third one, you just leave it how it is. And after a month period of time, this works every single time we do it, right? Every single experiment, it works 100% of the time. Okay. After a month, the one we spread positivity to and only said good things to, nothing happened to it. No mold.
It's just white.
It's just it turns a little bit yellow, but that's just that just happens with rice, right?
Rice, like, oxygen.
Over time it turned a little bit of yellow, but there was next to no mold, right? It looked very edible.
Okay.
The one labeled bad was completely green, completely covered in mold, and it looked like basically a pile of dirt at that point, like green grass dirt mixture thing.
Really?
Couldn't even, with some of them you couldn't even recognize that as rice anymore. With some of them were so bad, the one labeled bad, that you couldn't even recognize it as rice anymore.
They look like maggots or something. Jeez. No, because rice.
You'll have to look it up to see what it looks like. But that third one labeled ignore. Mm-hmm. It was kind of in the middle. Like, it didn't look as bad as the one labeled bad, but it definitely wasn't as pure looking as the one labeled good, right? Mm. So, obviously, that's rice. You're speaking to rice, and your words had power over that rice.
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah, I did
your own words, sound, like thoughts, energy, all that had power over something physical. Right? So think about it like that. Your words actually do have power. There's, substance and meaning behind them, and at the end of the day, it's energy.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, God told us we had the power in the
right. So it goes, with people. The rice kind of represents people. You preach to people, positive, uplifting, just good things, like making them feel worth something, like, telling them you love them, like things like that. That's going to make someone grow and feel great, and, you're just going to look good, you're going to feel good.
Yeah.
You do the opposite and you spread hate. You tell someone to kill themselves, that they're not worth anything, that, like, they basically have no value, no purpose, and then you absolutely hate them, right?
Yeah.
It's going to just crush you inside and just turn you into this ugly, you're going to feel it. You're going to feel meaningless. You're going to want to kill yourself. You're going to actually feel and, like, live all these things that, enough people tell you, you're actually going to eventually believe it and feel it. Yeah. And with the third thing, the one that says ignore or whatever, it's not as bad
on that third one.
Well, I mean, the way they explain it, it's not as bad as someone, telling you all these evil, hurtful things, but it's also not as good as someone telling them they love you, that you have purpose, stuff like that. So, like, it being kind of 50-50 is, like, I feel like majority of people in the world, like...
I was going to say that third one can be easily influenced, since it's on the balance, right? So if it heard a little bit of one or a little bit of other, like it got more than...
I've never heard that take on it, but maybe...
That's my theory on that. So on that third one, right? Say, like, someone important comes in real quick, right? And let's say while the experiment is going on, some random comes into the room and speaks negatively into the one that's in between, right? Not like crazy, not for long, just real quick, and dips, right? But that third one takes that opinion very, very seriously, because it's the only opinion it's ever heard. So if you think about it like that, right?
True.
It being the only opinion it's ever heard, it's going to take that very, very much to heart, and it could tip the balance completely, right? That's my take on that third one. Yes, it's in between, but let someone come in and influence you. That's a wrap.
Right. But if they influence you the opposite way, positively,
yeah.
it'll do the opposite.
Yeah.
So, you know.
That's just with the rice theory.
Right.
As far as a human being, it would take like someone really important, like if you're tipping on.
But yeah, no, I just
things like that.
I just thought it was like extremely interesting that like this works every single time, and your thoughts and your words and just the energy you give out actually has effect over physical things.
Oh yeah.
Right.
That's actually a really cool experiment. I did not know.
You can also do it with water.
Can you do it with a plant too?
Maybe. So here's my thing on that. They say you can also do it with water because rice.
Bro, that video you sent me the other day.
Because rice absorbs water.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's why we're able to do it with rice because they said you can also do it with water. Okay. So I feel like you could probably also do it with plants because there's water in plants. I think anything that involves water, you'll be able to do it with.
Or that needs it. Yeah.
Right. So if for a month straight,
we need 75% water, bro.
Yeah, the Earth is 75% water. Our bodies are 75% water.
Yo, you know what else strikes me, bro? Think about this. Remember in the creation story, it said God spoke over the earth. Spoke. He spoke good things into the earth, bro. Into the water. That you sent me the video the other day.
Yeah, water always existed.
Bro.
That makes sense.
Bro. So he spoke positively into the water that was on earth, right? Even though he has the power.
Right.
He spoke positively.
Maybe that's how he did it.
Into the earth. Bro.
I don't know.
Tell me that's not deep.
I don't know if that's legit, but it's definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong.
Right. It's definitely like a possibility. But
talking about what we're talking about right now, it would seem like that's
water.
It all matches
water
up.
has some kind of deeper meaning because we're 3/4 water. The earth is 3/4 water. Obviously, our thoughts and words have some kind of effect on water. It also says in the Bible that the water was just there.
Yeah.
He didn't create water. Water was already there.
Yeah. So he sent me a video. Was it yesterday?
Last night, I think.
Last night. Just talking about like the importance of water. Is that how you name?
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
Like, and how God uses water.
Yes.
In our everyday lives, it's crazy. Yes, mine also works with plants. Yes, I knew it.
You can 100% do it with plants,
dude. I actually want to try this, bro. Low key, we should just like make a little bit of rice and see if you could talk shit because you know.
Oh yeah, pin that on me.
yeah, he was doing that before.
All right, whatever.
Bro, you called me an idiot. Shit hurt.
When did I call you an idiot?
Nah.
Yeah, because you don't want to wake up in time for the gym, bro.
Bro, I was not.
You're not about them games.
But yo, that's a really. I think we should try that, man.
I'm with it. Yeah.
That is a really good way to put it.
I'm interested to see what happens because the videos I was watching, one of the things they said was it works every single time.
Yeah, without fail.
Without failure.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
When it happens 100% of the time, you really can't.
You can't argue it. Yeah. I mean.
We are not becoming a plant channel, by the way.
Who said that?
Prudence.
Plant channel?
Yeah.
I think yes.
I think we can answer some questions now, right?
I mean, do it now, please. I want to see. Nah, we can't. It's not an instant thing. It takes I think the experiment was over a month, so we would have to. It's like a specific portion of time every day for about a month, and then at the end of the month, it would be.
I'm thinking we can start like.
We could do it and like just come back in a month and show.
Yeah. Just like every time we do the podcast, because it's like we only do once a week. So
every week we check back on.
We'll show it. I think that's what do you think about women's rights? Why do we get asked this question?
Women's rights.
Women have rights. All right. Wait, hold on. Look at that. The Matrix is attacking. It said that the connection is unstable the minute I said that.